Good day, everyone. Welcome to another session of SL Podcast. I'm very excited again to be sharing information with you, the information that is meant to change your life and make you better. Today we are on another important topic, the seed of greatness. Everything in existence have its origin from seeds. The huge trees we see started off as seeds. It is very important for us to understand the concept of the origins of everything. Ideas are seeds planted from the infinite world. And if ideas find a conducive environment, they grow to life-changing moments. Big corporations started off as ideas that were given structure, systems, personnel, the culture, that were conducive for growth and effectiveness. Seeds are important. They carry life of everything in existence. Whenever we see seeds, we should understand the potential they carry. The right and conducive environment will allow the germination, the growth, the maturity of everything. And we are going to learn from one of our learned friends. According to Hans Lambers, professor of ecophysiology and plant biology, a seed consists of a miniature undeveloped plant, or the embryo, and it has stored food for its early development after germination. It is very important for us to understand that in a seed, there is a small plant and they store up food. Seeds are frequently small in size and making negligible demands upon their environment. Seeds are small in size and they carry everything they need for germination and for the early development. They demand very little from the environment. All they need is a conducive environment of soil, water, right temperature, and air. And Hans Lambers continued to talk about the characteristics of seeds. The first thing he mentioned was multiplication. And the second thing is perennation. Perennation is surviving seasons of stress, such as winter. Seeds have in themselves the perennation characteristics. Whenever the environment is not conducive, they go into perennation. And the other characteristics is dormancy, a state of arrested development. Whenever the environment is not conducive for the seeds, they go into dormancy. They arrest their development, which is a very important characteristic. There is a seed of greatness in all of us, which had to go into perennation and dormancy because we are not yet ready to create a conducive environment for its germination. In all of us, there is a seed of greatness. And because most of us are not in a position to create a conducive environment, the same seed has gone into perennation and dormancy. And it is waiting for the right time and the right moment and the conducive environment for it to grow and to mature. Seeds don't die. They just wait for the right moment for them to spring to life again and grow to maturity, where now they can be productive, fruitful, and effective. That's who we are, and we need to appreciate that about ourselves. There's a seed of greatness in us, which is now in a state of perennation and dormancy, until we come to a point where we realize what we are harboring within ourselves, and then we give the seed a conducive environment. We are not going to become who we were meant to become. We don't have a clue on what we can become because life trade in seeds And seeds don't have the resemblance of the final product. That's why in most cases, we miss out on important people, we miss out on great opportunities, because most of us are inclined to finished products. Instead of looking for seeds and potential, we look for finished products. And we are going to miss out on a lot of potential because life trades with seeds. Every great person who ever existed started off in obscurity. A lot of people who went on to be great were not known at some stage in life, with nothing to write home about, but a conducive environment took out the heroics out of them. We need to understand our state now is not a clear picture of who we are and what we can become. And the conducive environments are not always pleasant as per our expectation or our perceptions. That needs to be very clear. When we're talking conducive environment, we are not talking about pleasure and a good time. We are talking about a conducive environment for the seed to grow. We grow more out of hardships and challenging moments than pleasant moments, as much as seeds are covered in dirt to create a conducive environment for them. It is very important for us to understand that most of us, we become better because we are pressed and crushed. And if we allow ourselves to grow, we are going to become who we are meant to become. Hardships and challenges are a conducive environment where the seed of greatness can finally germinate, grow, and mature. As much as we want easy and enjoyable ride in our walk of life, we need to be aware that our seed of greatness doesn't do very well in those environments. That is why many people are not doing very well in life. This is an honest truth. We always want the easy way out. But life is not like that. Napoleon Hill once said, rivers and people are crooked because they want the easier way out. They want the route of least resistance. That is not life, and that is not how we grow, and that is not how we mature. We mature because we are faced up with challenges and we came up with solutions. Many people avoid discipline, and many people hide behind addictive behaviors and drown the seed of greatness with toxicity. That's who we are, and that's what we usually do. We avoid discipline. We avoid putting ourselves in the right places, and we go into addictive behaviors in trying to run away from facing the reality that is before us. And we need to be aware that we are only delaying our time, and we are only creating a toxic environment to drown the seed of greatness that is in us. As much as there are seeds of greatness in us, we need to be aware of seeds of weeds. The seed of weeds will always appear in our life, and we need to be aware of that, and we need to come to understand that they are competing for space, they are competing for nutrients, they are competing for food and attention. The unwanted seeds have a tendency to choke the good seeds. That one we need to be aware of. Weeds multiply faster, and if we don't manage them, they will choke the good seeds. We need to be aware of the battle that is within us, Life keeps throwing in seeds of thistles that are meant to distract us into concentrating or giving attention to them. It is very important for us to understand there is a war within us. The seed of greatness that is within us. And there are seeds again of weeds. Life will keep throwing in things, frustrations, rejections, being despised. All these things are bad seeds that are thrown into us. And if we are going to concentrate on them, we are going to end up losing who we are and even losing focus on the seed of greatness that is in us. Many people get lost in the business of weeding or the discomfort of the thorns and forget to take care of the good seeds. It is very important for us to be busy with trying to create a conducive environment for the seed of greatness to germinate, to grow, and to mature. And not concentrate much on what life has thrown into us. We need to be aware that there are seeds of weeds. And if we are going to take most of our time in trying to concentrate on what happened, we are going to miss out on the good opportunity of becoming who we can become. We can't have a life without distractors. We can't have a life without thistles. We may as well brave ourselves to grow the good seed of greatness alongside everything that keeps popping up. Our focus should be on taking care of the good seed of greatness that is in us. If we are going to spend our time concentrating on the bad seeds, we are going to waste our energy, we are going to waste our time, and we are never going to become, because our focus are on the wrong things. Everyone is born with the good seed of greatness in them. We are all born wired with whatever we need within us. We need to look within ourselves for solutions. It is very important. Solutions for my life are within me. I was born wired to become who I can become. The seed of greatness has been planted from birth. I came wired. And if I'm not going to concentrate on identifying the seed that is in me, I'm going to miss it out. And I'm going to become what I've never intended to become, or what I was not meant to become. It is very important for us to understand that we were born wired with the seed of greatness. If only we knew, we would drop everything and concentrate on producing or creating a conducive environment for the seed of greatness to germinate, to grow, and to mature, for us to become who we need to become. We must admit that we are work in progress, and whoever started the work in us will continue working if we could give him freedom to keep working until we come to the wholeness and the greatness that we were meant to be. It is very important for us to admit to ourselves that we are work in progress. And we can become, if we are going to give ourselves a chance, if we are going to give ourselves a leeway to produce a conducive environment for the seed of greatness that is already in us. We are not looking for it. It is in us already. We just need to identify who we are and what we were meant to be. And we produce a conducive environment, or we create a conducive environment for the seed of greatness in us to germinate, to grow, and to mature. The infinite hand of the Creator is at work, and we need to go around with a placard that we are work in progress, and we shouldn't be judged too soon. It is very important for us to understand that we are work in progress, and we should go around carrying a placard, work in progress, Don't judge me too soon. Because there are a lot of people who miss out on greatness because they judge the greatness too soon. Before the seed of greatness germinated, grew, and matured, and then we discard greatness. There might be weeds which are visible, but there are also good seeds growing that people need to be cognizant of. We will finally become, in the right moment, if we could create a conducive environment. It is very important for us to understand that I might be showing the signs of weeds, the things that happened. We're talking disappointments, we're talking all these negative things. And we need to be aware that as much as there are signs of weeds, there is a seed of greatness in all of us. And if we can concentrate on identifying the seed of greatness and work on it, the seeds of weeds will fall off with time. In conclusion, are we aware of the good seeds that are in us? It is very important for us to be aware of the good seeds that are in us. We can't create a conducive environment if we don't know who we are and what we were meant to be. It is something that needs to be very clear to us, that we have the seed of greatness within us. Are we able to create a conducive environment for us to become? It is a very important thing to concentrate and to purposefully create a conducive environment. We owe it to ourselves, and we need to do this. We need to give ourselves a chance by concentrating on creating a conducive environment for the seed of greatness to grow. Can we take care of the germinated seeds and nurture them to grow to full scale? It is very important. After germination, we need to create a good environment again for the germinated seed to grow and to mature and to be fruitful. We need to do that. We need to give ourselves a chance to become. This one needs to be very clear. We owe it to ourselves. People are not going to give us a chance. People are going to reject us. People are going to despise us. People are going to look down upon us. People are going to use us. People are going to abuse us. But we owe it to ourselves. We need to give ourselves a chance. If we don't give ourselves a chance, we are never going to become, because it is our responsibility. It is no one's responsibility for the seed of greatness in you to find its way into germination, into growth, and into maturity. We owe it to ourselves. We need to take out the good seed chokers. There are things that if we are going to allow to grow in our lives, they are going to choke the good seed. And we are not going to be effective because there are things, there are weeds that found their way into our lives. Things like hate, unforgiveness, grudges, jealousy, greed, alcohol and drug abuse, and any other addictions. These are the things that we need to take care of for us to become who we need to become. We don't need them in our lives, and they don't benefit us in any way. They are the distractions that will take our focus from becoming who we were meant to become. And we need to be aware of these things, and we take care of them. We can become who we can become. We owe it to ourselves. We can do this. We owe it to ourselves Let's do it. Let's give ourselves a chance. Thank you very much.